Good morning guys, and welcome back to another vlog as promised. Told you I would do one, so here we are. So yeah, it's just going to be a chilled, sort of cozy day. It's absolutely chucking down outside. I've got some work on. I've had 4 wreaths ordered, so I need to make those today. Pray for my fingers. I've only just done my nails. I mean, they're nothing amazing, but they're going to be ruined by the end of the day. I wanted to do them outside ideally because it makes such a mess, especially putting the moss base together, but it's absolutely chucking it down and it hasn't stopped for about 3 days, so having to bring it all in. I've got 2 like plastic backed dust sheets, one on the kitchen table, one on the floor. I know we have got hard floor, but I just don't want it completely soaked and all the water dripping through the cracks, because all my materials I've had outside from the ones I did last week. That's the worst bit. It's chucking down. I've got to go out and I've got to get it all in. So I'm putting it off and procrastinating as long as possible. So I thought I'd pick up the camera and start this week's vlog. I'll probably do like a weekly thing. There's not loads happening this week. I've got wreaths to make. I've got some like wedding admin to get done. We're going to my brother's tonight because it's his birthday, and I think we're just going to order a takeaway. Sit in front of the fire and just have a cozy, chilled evening. But yeah, I thought if I don't start the vlog, then I never will. So if you excuse the lighting, I've got the spotlights on and it's not the most flattering. All it does is highlight my wrinkles. Right, so I'm set up. I'm going to bash these wreaths out. I'll show you what I've got. Most of this, in fact all of this, is foraged from my brother and sister-in-law's garden, so it's really handy just to get sort of like the base of a wreath going. Otherwise, to buy fir and box and stuff is just an arm and a leg. So if you have got a conifer in your garden, this makes the perfect base for a wreath. And then on some of it, at the moment, if you harvest it now, you get these really nice little pine cones on, which look lovely in the wreath. So I've got a huge bunch of that, which I need to cut down into little sections, like bits like that. So I've got tons here. I'm going to do that in a minute. So that's all ready and cut. I've got a big bucket full of box hedging. They've got loads of box plants there, and it makes for a real good like filler in the wreath and a base. I've got some like really rich dark green, and then others I picked out this like a variegated one. This is lovely. My camera doesn't want to focus today. Then I've got larch. I don't really use the larch leaves because they've got a tendency of going a little bit yellow. But what I do use are these berries. They're just such a lovely deep colour and they look really nice added into the wreath. And then also, my mum's told me what this is called numerous times and I still can't remember. If I can remember, I'll pop it across the screen. But they're these really lovely sort of red berries that darken down to like this plummy shade. So I think they really look really nice. Got a little bit of oak leaf, but again, if it's out of the water for too long, it does go a bit manky, but I might use that bit. And yeah, and then afterwards I've got a selection of, she specified these in her order, all the helichrysum I've grown this year. So I've got a box of deep reds and pinks. Oh god, I can't open these with one hand. A box of orange, which are lovely for autumn, especially when they show their little yellow centres. Box of yellow. There's layers upon layers in here. Just trying to separate them out with paper. So I'm just going to pop a few of those in at the end. She's got a red front door, so she wants it sort of tied in. Some peach ones there as well. So I'll just do like a bit of a mix. I probably won't do the pink. The dark pink are a little bit Christmassy and the light pink are sort of heading into spring, so yeah, I won't bother with those. I'm sorry if this is really boring if you know how to make a wreath, but I thought for those of you that didn't, I'll just show you the basics. I've just got a 8-inch, like a moss ring, bag of moss. It's not great to buy moss. If you can collect it like off old walls or sheds or roofs, then do, because it's not very eco-friendly, but for the purpose of having a job and having things to make, I haven't really got much choice. Got that, got my binding wire. These are really cheap. In fact, all of this is really cheap to buy if you do want to have a go at making one yourself. I've got a little jar of stub wire. This is really good for like wiring in pine cones or anything like orange slices or things like that, you just poke it through, twist it around the back, and then poke it into the wreath. My trusty Nowakis, these are the best secateurs I've ever owned in my life. They're amazing, and they're not ridiculously expensive either, so if you're after a good pair of scissors, these are brilliant. They do them in bright pink as well, which I might treat myself to another pair. I'm going to make a start. I did curl my hair this morning, but ever since I've been outside collecting all this off the garden table, it seems to have taken a turn for the worst. I'm going to have to redo that later. I won't talk you through it because it will just take forever, but if you do want a step-by-step video, let me know. And I've got Christmas coming up, so I'm going to be making these all the way up to the end of the year now, so if you would like a video, let me know. Or if you want to buy one from me and you're local, drop me an email. I'll pop my email down below. Right, I'm going to get cracking, otherwise this is never going to get done. So this is the base of the wreath. I don't know how well I'll be able to show you because everything I hold underneath these lights just creates a shadow. I've kept it as small as I can, however, it does look quite big. This is meant to be on an 8-inch base. I might have to cut some of it down a bit. So we've got conifer, fresh conifer, dried conifer, box or buxus, like hedge. I've popped some tomatoes in there at the greenhouse just because I thought it's like a harvesty kind of vibe. We've got the larch berries, so that creates the base, and then I've got this bowl of crab apples which I'm going to wire in groups of 3s. This is what I've done to the one. Oh, that's not a very good one. Throw that one away. They're slightly going over. There's still a few nice ones in here to go through, but I've wired them in groups of 3 on the one on my front door, and then sort of pop them in place like this. This order is for somebody with a red front door, so don't really know what ribbon to go for. I've got a really lovely like burnt orange velvet, but I'm not sure that's going to go with red. I found this one in my collection which has got little pine cones on. I haven't got a clue why my camera's... there we go. So that might look quite nice. I'm not sure. Ignore this room. It is an absolute pigsty. However, I've got all these ribbons to choose from. So I'm naturally drawn to Hessian for a bright coloured front door. But this is the orange I was on about. It's so nice. I've got this on mine on my front door. But then my door is grey, so it kind of goes. Failing that, I've got like a moss green velvet. The champagne might go quite nicely. Or the brown. Oh, I don't know. I think they could all look quite good. Or red's too Christmassy. I can't do red. So yeah, I've got to decide that. Haven't shown you the flower studio for a while, but it is chaos. All this is dried from the garden from over the summer. But if you go down here, this is like all my market stuff, which has just been thrown on a box. I've got more drying stuff here. I've got, oh God, just old dahlias I need to go through. Cupboards are bursting. So that is the finished wreath. I went for a brown bow in the end just because I thought it looked quite nice and autumnal. Got the apples in, tomatoes randomly here, there and everywhere. A few dried helichrysum heads. I didn't want to go too over the top of these because too much red can make it look quite Christmassy, but yeah, love it. I think it looks really nice. I hope she likes it. I've just got to trim the ends of the bow. Yeah, if anybody would like to order one and you're in the Worcestershire area, then give me a shout. I'll pop my email down below, but I can't ship them because I can't trust the delivery men to not lob them about in a box and damage them. So apologies if you are far away and you would like one, but maybe in the future, we will see. I'm going to get on with my day now. I've got some tidying to do, a few more wreaths to make and some dried stuff to make because we've got a market this weekend on Sunday and it is Tuesday and I still haven't done anything for it. So camera battery is flashing. I was just going to show you this dried one I did the other day from the hops. It looks quite small up on the wall. I need to add a bow so it dangles down a bit, but it's huge. It looks really small on camera, but it's a beast. And I love just the simplicity of just hops and nothing else. I don't know whether I've shown you either, but you can't really tell on camera, but we've painted the living room. It's really backlit, so I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show you, but it's set in plaster from Farrow and Ball. Dogs have been lay up on here and they're ruining this chair. But yeah, I absolutely love it. We've done that, and then we've done this wall in Little Green Company, the National Trust paint, and this is called Rolling Fog, and they do 3 shades. I think this is the medium one, but I like how they, in certain lights they look really similar, but today you can tell this one's like a beigey brown and this one is pink. But yeah, got some more rooms painted. Haven't done a house tour for ages because it's just always a state. But yeah, little paint updates. I should excuse the pyjama top. I've just had a shower. Refreshed, ready for this evening. Just in the middle of making a quick soup because I had a little cabbage left over in the fridge and I don't want it to go to waste. But we're not eating here tonight, and are we going out tomorrow? I can't remember. It's going to go off anyway if I don't use it, so I'm just, oh God. Steam in the shower has flattened my hair. It's looking lovely. So yeah, I'm just sauteing my onions, and then I've got 2. I'm just taking the outer leaves off because they've gone yellow, but it's such a waste throwing it all away. So these bits look fine. I'm going to give them a wash, make like a cabbage sort of soup, and it's got bacon bits on the top. So look at the dogs. What are you sat like that for? Your leg over your brother. You comfy? You comfy, bee? He's a good boy, aren't you? You both stink. I've also got a chicken bone broth which I made a few weeks ago. Oh, it's dripping everywhere. But I put it in the freezer and I'm now defrosting it, which is going to be the broth for the soup. So hopefully really tasty, really good for me, and it will feed me for the next couple of days for lunch. Good morning, guys. I am running late. I never run late. I'm always the earliest person for everything. But I had quite a few emails to get done this morning and I just lost track of the time. So I'm heading off to get my hair done today. It's a much needed appointment. It's completely faded and it's gone all scraggly on the ends. So that is what I'm doing this morning. I need to make sure I've got my umbrella, got my purse. Yeah, right, let's go. I've had to come home quickly and put my hoodie on because I am freezing. I don't know if anybody else gets it, but in the hairdressers I'm either boiling or we finish up and I'm freezing cold. So come back, put my trackies on, cozied up. It's about 4 o'clock, so I can't really get started on anything other than a few emails that were left over from this morning, and I'm gonna do a banana bread. Come on then, pest. This is the hair, it's slightly darker, not massively different. She has dyed my forehead though, so I need to wash that off. She put a nice toner on it and done my roots, so yeah, that is the hair. I was gonna have some like little, almost like a grown out fringe put in, but I can't decide whether, one, it will really annoy me and I'll have to style it every day. Two, I will regret it instantly because I've managed to get my hair all one length. Sorry if you can hear chewing, Barry's going mad with his toy. Or three suit me, so we decided, well, we didn't. I decided against it. I didn't even mention it, to be fair, but I was just looking through Pinterest and I found some nice pictures with like sort of, it's really hard, isn't it, to tell what you'll look like. I haven't had a fringe since I was like 16, but yeah, we've kept it all one length, a little bit longer, just had a little trim to tidy it up. So yeah, I'm gonna hunker down, make my banana bread, finish my cup of tea. Good morning. I'm in the same horrible t-shirt as when I last spoke to you, but this is like my grubbing around t-shirt, so please excuse me. I've got a wedding on today, so I thought I'd pick the camera up and show you a little bit more. I've done all of my sort of mechanics and prep, did all that last night, so I've just filled my bowls of water and I'm ready to put the foliage in. What I've got is 12 centerpieces for tables. They're like round tables, and then a meadow runner box. So it's only a smallish sort of wedding, but yeah, I thought I'd just show you anyway. These are the bowls, but I've chicken wired them all. There's a little frog in each of them, and then pot tape on the top to secure it all. And then this is my red meadow runner that I've put together. It's actually 2 plastic bacon boxes, like Tupperware. So I've chicken wired those and pot taped them, put them together like that, and then Paul has made me like a long wooden box to sit this into, so don't worry, this isn't what the bride is going to be looking at on her wedding table. But yeah, I thought I'd show you what I'm doing. So I did a big order from Holland because, as you well know, it does nothing but rain here, nothing grows, and when somebody requests something specific, then I've got no choice but to order from Holland, but otherwise I would be sort of supporting British growers and stuff. So I've got a big tub of eucalyptus here. This I foraged. It's like a, I'm not sure what it is. It's a sort of oak, I think. Oh, it's not like your typical oak leaf, but foraged that. Willow from Mum and Dad's, well, it's like an orchard that joins onto the back of their house, so got some willow. And then this is from Mum and Dad's garden. It's a smoke bush. I absolutely love this. I had this in my wedding bouquet, and she wanted a, what's the colour? Burgundy. It's like a burgundy purple, and I couldn't get hold of any sort of burgundy dahlias or anything, so I thought this could be quite nice in there. And then the chaos that is the garage, which is full of flowers. I've got an even bigger tub of eucalyptus here. Dahlias, these are like a gorgeous copper, I can't remember what they're called, copper colour anyway. These dianthus, I think they're like a carnation, but they're jumbo carnations. She wanted some creamy white roses. I've got this dried berry, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. Some magenta-y sort of, what they're called, chrysanthemums. These are different style of chrysanthemum, and I was trying to get that sort of burgundy colour. It's showing up really red on camera, but these are more burgundy than these, so I don't know whether I'm going to use those yet. There's like a pinky salmon coppery colour chrysanth, and then these huge orange roses, which not sure yet. I'm going to see if I can put them in there for a pop of orange. But yeah, those are the flowers I'm working with. And I need to get started because the wedding is tomorrow and I've got to deliver it about 9 o'clock. Move all Paul's tools. I also picked these out the garden because I thought they were that nice burgundy colour as well. This is sedum, and then I've got some burgundy straw flowers, so pick those as well. And is that it? I think that's it. Oh, and one burgundy dahlia left from the garden. So sad. Oh no, two. I picked those. Oh, but unfortunately we have had a frost, so the dahlias are no longer. I also got this from Mum and Dad's. It's Sambuca, black Sambuca. Don't know how it will fare. I'm not convinced it's liked being cut, and bits are sort of falling off, but love the little berries. They're this, again, gorgeous deep maroony colour. And some more sedum, because I thought that colour is just lovely. It's like a mix between the magenta that she wants and the burgundy. So it's always the worst bit starting, and then once I've started, I'm in a groove then, so wish me luck. I'm stopping for lunch because I'm starving, but this is how far we've got. I've pretty much done the foliage now. Might just poke a few bits in at the end, but now is the time to poke all the flowers in, so I'm going to have my lunch and then do that afterwards. I've just started popping some sedum in. I love this colour this time of year. It's almost like going over, but still alive. It's really weird. It comes out like bright pink and then fades to this gorgeous maroon colour. So I love this. I think it looks really nice. Those are the bowls so far, and then I've started on the meadow box. This is going on the top table, and I'm loving the colours in this. I can't wait to put like pops of orange in. These little berries are like jewels. I mean, she didn't request berries, however, I think they look lovely, and if she doesn't want them, then you can barely see them. If you do catch them out your corner of your eye, they just tie in with everything else. I'm all done. Hours later, I will turn you around and show you. I absolutely love the colour palette. I didn't use all the roses I bought. Had some really like bright coral. Well, I thought they were like a copper colour when I ordered them online, but they turned up and they were like a coral pink, so I didn't use those. So we've just gone with the rusty oranges, the magenta, green, white, and burgundy. These are the little table centerpieces. They're just in these little cream bowls, so they will sit in the middle of the table. I've got some here and then some on the table. I still need to remove some tape off. And then this is the meadow box, which is going on the top table, but at the moment it's still in its plastic. I need to put the wooden box on. So it looks like that at the front, and that round here. So yeah, I'm chuffed with them. I absolutely love this colour palette, especially for this time of year. It's so nice. I absolutely love the sedum, and I popped a few grasses in as well. This is panicum. It's called Sprinkles. I just feel like it adds a touch of me into it. I don't like blocky, like really, I don't know, really perfected flower displays. It's just not me. I feel I need a little bit of wild in there, so I hope she likes it. Smoke bush is working lovely. That is me done for the day. I'm going to tidy up and make tea.